Muriel from the Sunshine family. I moved to Costa Rica in 2018 and I will be talking today about the one big thing that I would do differently when I could go back in time and do it all over again. If you're excited to hear what it is, stick with me until the end of my video to not miss out on any information. And if you're new to this channel, welcome! You can subscribe in the corner down there and hit the bell icon to get a notification every time I upload a new video, and that might help you find the information you're looking for, all related to Costa Rica. And I just wanted to show you where I am. I'm at the beach. It's beautiful here. I'm in Montezuma. This is not where I live, but this is close to my house. I live on the peninsula de Nicoya, in the province Punta Arenas. It is about 9:30 in the morning. I just had my morning walk with my dogs, having a cappuccino here in this beautiful resort called Lang. I feel super grateful and humbled to be able to say I moved to Costa Rica, and I'm here to inspire you, to help you taking that leap. So people ask me all the time, Muriel, if you could do it all over again, what is your best advice considering moving to Costa Rica? What would you do differently? Well, there's a lot of things to say about it. A lot of practical stuff like about housing and residency, buying or renting, which location. There's a lot of practical stuff, right? But the one thing that I would change definitely if I could go back in time, it was changing, getting the resources to be able to move to Costa Rica. So for everyone who's new to my channel, my video, let me just whistle my dogs here because I don't see them. Hold on. I trained them to come, which they actually do. So, good boys, come here. Good boys. So the actual thing that I would change is having enough resources to be able to have the freedom of choice to live wherever. So, in this case, it became Costa Rica because we just fell in love with the country. But for most people, including myself, a couple of years back, when I was dreaming out loud, chasing my dreams, I want to move abroad, but how do I do it? I have a job. I had a job until 2015 for 23 plus years, almost 24 years. I was an educated social worker. I did higher education. I worked with all kinds of people, the mental health care. I worked on the streets. I worked with addicted people. I worked with multi-problem families. I did it with lots of love and joy. But that job income kept me on one spot. It kept me in the Netherlands, where I was born and raised. While Dirk had his restaurants. He had 2 restaurants up and running back around the time that I still had my job, before we all replaced it. And here's my point, what I would change. So I'm still happy that you're here, because I would change this. I would want to learn how to work online way earlier in time than I started learning about it. So I started to discover what was the possibilities online in 2013, and we replaced my job and my restaurant in 2015/16, and then it took a while to have a solid online income, solid enough to say, just close it in the Netherlands and then let's open it in Costa Rica. So my point is, if you're watching this video, I don't know which month of which year you're watching it, but you are living in the internet age where online entrepreneurship and generating an online income is as easy as spending money online. Really, it's that simple. If you know how to book a plane ticket online or if you get your groceries online because it's COVID, or whatever you're doing online to spend money, you should be able to flip that principle in your mind and know that you can earn money. How? Well, I'm not gonna explain that in this video, but if there's one thing I would do different, I would go online in 2000 and when was that big crisis? 2008. I remember it was the year that Dirk bought his first big restaurant. It was his second restaurant of the 3 he ever owned. And that year there was this big economic crash. I think it was 2008. Yeah, because Nick was born in 2009. A couple of months before Nick was born, Dirk had a brand new big restaurant with 300 seats, and there was an economic crash around the world. And entrepreneur internet marketing friends I have right now for several years already, they told me that year, and they were already online for 5 years more or less. They started to learn how to generate income online a couple of years before that crash. They had their biggest year ever with generating income when the world was facing and suffering an economic crash. So don't ask me how Dirk saved his restaurant that he just brand new bought while there was an economic crash, but it was hard. It was so hard. I was pregnant, we had a child already. I'm just saying, woo, if I could go back in time, I would start learning what I could do with my laptop and an internet connection to generate an income when I was pregnant, when there was an economic crash. Because then I could have predicted for myself if I would have been as consistent as I have been since I started in 2013 to learn skills online. I would have been successful at least within 5 years from 2009. Because let's be real, I replaced my job and we replaced Dirk's restaurants and paid off a $300,000 debt thanks to our online business within 2.5 years starting online. And that was back in time when there was not so many resources. The technology was way behind it's now. So my point is, gosh, if you're dreaming about moving to Costa Rica because you see that I moved to Costa Rica and you're held back by the resources, actually the finances, because you know your job can only be done in the country that you're living, but you still want to move to Costa Rica and just stay here all year round, or you know you have debts, you are free to go but you have debts, or you have a retirement but it's not enough, it's not sufficient to live a dream life here. Being able to generate your income online, that is the one key. That's the biggest thing. Again, I share this in my other videos. Practical stuff is practical stuff. But suppose you have a credit card and a passport and a health insurance, travel insurance, or just simply take a credit card full of stash and a good passport. What do you have to fear, you know? That's just the key. If you have enough income coming in passively online. Suppose you're watching my video and you're scrolling over the internet to learn more about moving to Costa Rica and you just stumbled upon my channel. You see that I'm nothing special. I'm just like you. I'm not sure if you're a mom. Perhaps you're a man and you don't have kids, but you're human, right? And you have a love for Costa Rica. You're dreaming about moving to Costa Rica, but you're just figuring it out. How can I make that happen? I don't have enough funds. I don't know how to generate an income. Then the time is now, because you see me doing it, generating an income passively. I'm not on the phone all day begging people to buy something from me. I don't have friends, family, neighbors to chase. I don't chase strangers. I just know what to do exactly step by step to have a full-time income by working just 2, maximum 3 hours per day. In at least 6 different ways I'm generating an income. I have about 15 income streams coming in right now. Like even right now I'm offline because I'm making this video, don't want to be disturbed by any phone calls, but passively while I'm offline there's probably coming into my bank account because I have set up systems and programs and marketing and videos and stuff that is working for me while I am offline. And this is how it's done. Now I hear you thinking, how can I learn what you have learned? Well, congratulations, you're living, if you're watching this video again, you're living in 2021, and hopefully you're an adult, because that means that you can set up your online business starting today. There's no excuse. If your dreams are big, you're just gonna do it, because that is what I would do differently. I would go online as soon as I could get my hands on the laptop and tap in the Wi-Fi, and as you know, with the use of a program and a mentor, I would just go for it all the way. I went for it all the way, but you know, I wish I had done it like 8 years before, because that would have given me the freedom to move to Costa Rica 8 years before and have prevented that big financial disaster, restaurant work. Dirk just literally worked so visibly hard, and myself as well, in his restaurants, and I as a social worker, I was literally in danger every day when I was working, because I worked with very complicated clients. I could have prevented that fear and those gray hairs and that dangers. So yeah, I'm just saying, whatever it is that's stopping you, I don't know how much money you need, but going online today with a good program, with a good mentor, is what I recommend you to do. If you're with me, go ahead, go to the description below and tap the very first link. Just have blinders on and go for it. Okay, you will see what is the next step. Click that link, fill out your name and email, watch the video, sign up. You can test drive the program that has taught me almost everything that I am applying in my online business and generating income. So I assure you, it's worth it to just find it out. And I'm looking forward to welcoming you there, because I'm very active. I'm mentoring lots of people. I'm providing training and support for those who really need it the hardest, because when I started online, no one believed in me. It was 8 years ago. If you go online, everyone knows that there's potential in working online, because we have seen it with COVID. So I hope to inspire you. This was my video for today. This was the one big thing that I would do differently. If I could move to Costa Rica back in time in order to make that happen, this is what I've done differently. To inspire you, looking forward to seeing your comments below, your thumbs up, and if you think others can benefit from my video, share my video. Ooh, I have dog hair in my mouth. And I'm gonna complete my walk, pick up my son, and see you tomorrow. Bye for now. This was Muriel from Costa Rica.